Welcome to the greatest sports entertainment spectacular of all time. Welcome to WrestleMania!
Yes guys, as promised, I am back today to show you my recent WWE Blu-ray haul video. I have 15 pickups to go through, 12 from HMV and 3 from eBay. I was waiting for one that got delayed with HMV, but it is here, as promised, just in time for WrestleMania weekend. If you haven't seen my last video, I did do a Blu-ray and 4K haul update for March, showing you all my pickups, but these I excluded just for this video because I thought what better way to show these to you guys than on WrestleMania 40 weekend. So excited. I am in work today at 1 o'clock. I am in until 11 o'clock. I'm going to come home, shower, get changed into some comfies, get the snacks ready just in time for the best pay-per-view of the year, WrestleMania weekend. I'm going to stay up for night 1 and night 2, guys. Let me know down below in the comments, are you staying up both nights and watching WrestleMania 40? I'm currently repping my Money in the Bank 2023 shirt. I did attend that pay-per-view and it was awesome. But enough from me, enough rambling. Let's get into the pickups. I know you're all anticipating what I've got. We've got a lot of WrestleManias to get through and a couple of extras. So let's go. Okay guys, so kicking things off with my pickups from HMV, 12 in total, like I said, and these are all WrestleMania Blu-rays. So let's go. We have the first one here, WrestleMania 26. This was from 2010. Really good pay-per-view. Love that poster on the front there. You got The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. You got Batista versus John Cena, Edge versus Jericho, and then you got Bret the Hitman Hart versus Vince McMahon as well. Yeah, really good pay-per-view. I did enjoy this one. I've watched every single pay-per-view WrestleMania wise since I was a kid, and I remember really enjoying this one. So yeah, the first one that I picked up is this one, and it is WrestleMania 26 from 2010. Next up we have WrestleMania 27, John Cena versus The Miz, Undertaker versus Triple H. Two great matches and a great pay-per-view all in all, and yeah, again, really nice poster on the front, so happy to add this one to the collection. Next up, we have WrestleMania 28. Again, The Undertaker going one-on-one with Triple H, but Shawn Michaels was the special guest referee for this match. We also got John Cena versus The Rock, and I love this poster as well. This pay-per-view was awesome. I remember loving this one growing up and watching this. I had one of the best weekends ever watching this growing up, and I just, yeah, fond memories, and I'm very happy to own this in the collection, and I cannot wait to revisit this one at some point in the future. So yeah, that is WrestleMania 28. Moving on now to WrestleMania 29, we do get, again, The Rock going one-on-one with John Cena. We got The Undertaker versus CM Punk this year as well. And I think we had some other cool matches. Yeah, Triple H and Brock Lesnar for the first time, which was pretty cool. Yeah, so very happy to own this one. Again, really nice poster. All these posters, I do believe, are the original posters for the pay-per-view. So I'm glad that they've done those on the Blu-rays. It's just kind of nice to have. And it is a shame that we're not getting any more in the future. Fingers crossed that changes. But for the time being, this is it, and this is kind of why I picked up this massive haul. But very happy to have this one in the collection as well. I love that feud between The Rock and John Cena. It is one of the best ever, and it goes down in the history book. So yeah, that is WrestleMania 29. Next up, guys, we have WrestleMania 30, which was, of course, the 30th anniversary of WrestleMania itself. Pretty cool, but from memory, I don't remember too much about this one. I do remember you had Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker for the first time. I remember that Daniel Bryan won both championships in a really good match as well. It was Randy Orton versus Batista versus Daniel Bryan because he beat Triple H early on in the night as well. It's pretty cool. John Cena versus Bray Wyatt's on there as well. So that is WrestleMania 30. And yeah, I'm going to have to revisit this one because I just don't remember too much about it. But I do remember, like I said, Daniel Bryan at the end holding both championships up. But yeah, I do need to revisit this one. But that is WrestleMania 30. Most of you guys will know by now that WWE Home Video is no more. We're getting no more Blu-rays, no more DVDs from them. And for me growing up, I had a ton of DVDs. So for me, I am going to miss this. And I thought, let's get all the WrestleManias on Blu-ray. Because for me, WrestleMania growing up played a massive part in my teenage years. And even to this day, getting back into wrestling and just finding a new love for it. And you know, being able to watch a WrestleMania whenever I want from my shelf is just ideal. So I had to do it. And while the prices are so cheap, it was a no-brainer because once these are sold out, you will be paying much, much higher on eBay with the resellers. So while you can go and get them if you want to add them to your collection, but I did get this next one from eBay as it was sold out on HMV. So this is WrestleMania 31 with Sting, Really nice cover there. Triple H, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns. We have a few good matches in this one. Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt. We've got Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. We've got Triple H versus Sting. Yeah, Cena versus Rusev as well for the United States Championship. Really decent pay-per-view. I do remember this one fondly. I love Sting as well. Really nice guy. I've met Sting and he was awesome. So yeah, WrestleMania 31 on Blu-ray. Very happy to have this one in the collection. Next up, guys, we have WrestleMania 32. Not the best poster for this one, but I don't mind it. So you've got The Undertaker versus Shane McMahon in a Hell in a Cell match. Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose in a No Holds Barred, I think it was. You've got Triple H versus Roman Reigns. And then you've got Charlotte versus Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks for the Women's Championship in a triple threat match. A few other matches on there. Yeah, not the best pay-per-view. I do remember Roman Reigns beating Triple H, and I really enjoyed that because I loved Roman Reigns in his kind of face era. He's now a heel, and I love Roman Reigns just as much, to be fair. But yeah, so very happy to own this one. This goes down as a really good WrestleMania for me, and I will be revisiting this sometime soon. Next up is WrestleMania 33. Really nice poster for this one. I really like that one. Full of the roster there. Some great matches in this pay-per-view. We had Roman Reigns taking on The Undertaker. You've got Nia Jax, Sasha Banks, Charlotte, and Bayley in a fatal four-way match. Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg, Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton as well. So pretty decent pay-per-view, and I really like the back there as well. Some really nice still images of the roster at the pay-per-view. John Cena in this one did ask Nikki Bella to marry him, and that is even on the back there as well. If you can see that, it's crazy. And yeah, this for me, very special WrestleMania. You did have the Hardy Boys returning to capture the tag team titles as well, and for me, that was awesome. They're not on the front cover. You do have the New Day at the top because they're not on the cover because it was a surprise, and you know, they weren't promoted, but they did return to win the titles in a ladder match. Will they return this weekend at WrestleMania 40? Who knows? I think Jeff Hardy may be contracted to AEW still, so maybe not. But I have a feeling we might see the Motor City Machine Guns, but I could just be getting my hopes up. But yeah, that is WrestleMania 33. Great WrestleMania, and I'm so happy to have this one in my collection. Moving on now to WrestleMania 34 from 2018. On this cover for me sucks. It's too much. It's a bit over the top. It's a bit in your face, and there's a lot going on, and it's a bit of an eyesore. So I'm not a fan of this front cover, the poster at all. The event itself is a bit of a blur. I do remember Braun Strowman bringing out a kid called Nicholas, and then they were the tag team champions. Weird if you ask me, but it is what it is. Let's have a little look here. So we have Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle going up against Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. You've got AJ Styles defending the WWE Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. We have Asuka going one-on-one with Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship at the time. And then Roman Reigns faced Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar. And we also have The Undertaker against John Cena in a bit of a squash match, if you ask me. But yeah, that kind of is all I've got to say about this one. That is WrestleMania 34. Not the best, not the worst, but it is what it is. Next up, we have WrestleMania 35 from 2019. Again, not the biggest fan of the poster on the front of the Blu-ray, but the event itself was pretty good. Some decent matches in there. You had Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair in a triple threat match in a winner takes all for the women's titles. We also had Kofi Kingston going one-on-one with Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. Great match. Kofi winning the championship was awesome and goes down in history as one of my favourite matches. Who doesn't love Kofi Kingston? We had Seth Rollins going one-on-one with Brock Lesnar, aka Mr. Suplex City, for the Universal Championship. And then you have the Boss and Hug Connection defending against the Iconics, Natalya and Beth Phoenix, and Nia Jax and Tamina in a fatal four-way tag team match. And then we have Triple H versus Batista, where Triple H put his career on the line as well. And that was in a no-holds-barred match. So you just read the back there. Some pretty nice images on the back. You've got Roman Reigns, the New Day there. That was a great picture, great moment from WWE history. And yeah, really good pay-per-view. So happy to have this one. And yeah, I'm going to have to rewatch all of these because why not? I own them, so I'm going to have to watch them at some point. But yeah, that is WrestleMania from 2019, WrestleMania 35. Moving on to WrestleMania 36, which took place in the height of COVID and lockdown itself. This was the first time that WrestleMania went from one night to two. It changed wrestling history forever, and we now have what's known as WrestleMania weekend, and it's awesome. This pay-per-view was great. It was hosted by Rob Gronkowski from the NFL. Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar. We had John Cena versus Bray Wyatt in one of my favourite matches in history. This goes down in history as one of the most interesting matches ever. You also had AJ Styles versus The Undertaker in a Boneyard match. And again, these guys were working with what they could do during COVID, and it worked to a T. This match was phenomenal. Excuse the pun. Edge versus Randy Orton as well in a last man standing match. That was awesome. It was really, really good. And I love this pay-per-view, so I'm glad to own it. And I can't wait to revisit this at some time soon. But yeah, that is WrestleMania 36. Next up, we have WrestleMania 37. And again, WWE were kind of going with the pirate theme again this year, which was a little bit weird. The front cover is better, though I do like this artwork. The posters are much better than the previous one. 2021, so COVID was kind of still around, but they did the event anyway. Again, 2 nights, as I said previously. This one was hosted by Titus O'Neil and Hulk Hogan. So weird. I don't know why they did that. But yeah, on night 1, we had Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. We had Bianca Belair facing Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's Championship as well. We also had Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus The Miz and John Morrison in a tag team match, which I quite enjoyed. And then we had Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon in a steel cage match, which, you know what, I don't even remember that at all. So yeah, night 1, a little bit disappointing. Not the best Mania for me. On night 2, we had Roman Reigns defending against Daniel Bryan and Edge. We had The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, going one-on-one with Randy Orton, the Viper himself. And then we had the Raw Women's Championship, which was Asuka facing Rhea Ripley. And then we also had Apollo Crews going one-on-one with Big E in a Nigerian drum fight match. So yeah, there's a couple of bum matches on this pay-per-view. Wasn't the best Manias. They were kind of struggling a little bit, if you ask me, with COVID. Kind of trying to find the rhythm again and get back to, you know, the good old days. But I don't think they quite hit the heights that they could have. The pirate theme, not for me. 2 years on the run, it just didn't work. So yeah, not the best pay-per-view, not the best WrestleMania by any means. And goes down for me maybe as one of the worst in recent years. So yeah, that is WrestleMania 37. Next up, and the final WWE WrestleMania pickup from this haul, is WrestleMania 38 from 2022. Some great matches from this event. Stone Cold Steve Austin returning after all these years to have a match with Kevin Owens. We had the returning Cody Rhodes against Seth frickin' Rollins. We had Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar in a unification title match. There was a women's tag team championship match as well, where we had Queen Zelina and Carmella versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, and Sasha Banks and Naomi. We also had Edge against AJ Styles. And yeah, we had Becky Lynch going one-on-one with Bianca Belair. So yeah, some good matches. I did enjoy this one, much better than the previous year. So that is WrestleMania 38 from 2022. And yeah, wow, Cody Rhodes returning, that pop, the music, everything was perfect. So yeah, great addition to my collection. That is it for my WrestleMania pickups, but I do have 2 more wrestling Blu-rays to show you. I picked up 3 from eBay, like I said, WrestleMania 31, which I shown you earlier on, but I do have 2 other Blu-rays. And I picked these up because I thought, why not add them to the collection? There was a little extra discount code for ordering 3 on eBay. And I thought these will be great watches. I watched a recent documentary with Randy Orton a few weeks back, and I thought, you know what, revisiting the history of a wrestler or a stable, it's always so fun to revisit matches and, you know, storylines and things like that. And I thought these 2 had to come home with me. So I ordered this Blu-ray first, and this is the WWE Destruction of the Shield. The Shield, for me, one of the best factions in recent years in WWE, and maybe even in wrestling itself. Really, really great stable, a great faction. And yeah, I had to own this. This, I believe, is the second DVD or Blu-ray release that the Shield had. I think the first one they had may have been DVD only. So yeah, had to pick this one up. How long is this on for? 8 hours and 40 minutes. So really good content for the money that you pay. And yeah, it goes into the history of the Shield and the destruction of the Shield as well. So I'm just very, very much looking forward to watching this. I think the cover is awesome. Seth frickin' Rollins, Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, and the lunatic Dean Ambrose. This, for me, is going to be a great watch, and I'm very much looking forward to checking this one out. As I said a few moments ago, I did recently check out a short documentary on Randy Orton. I believe it was on the network, and it showcased his debut match, some of his time in OVW, some of his feuds with Cena over the years, and I thought, you know what, for me, Randy Orton goes down as one of the best wrestlers of all time. Personally, one of my favourites growing up, and even to this day as well. I think he's awesome, and when I seen this, I thought I'm going to order it and add this to my collection. I didn't really want to go off topic and order too many wrestling Blu-rays. I don't really have the space for them. I wanted to own the WrestleManias, the pay-per-views that I've attended, which again, Clash at the Castle and Money in the Bank. And I didn't want to kind of order too many more, but this one for me, it had to come home again, like the Shield Blu-ray. Had to pick this one up. This is Randy Orton, RKO, Out of Nowhere. 7 hours and 55 minutes of Randy Orton content, again, from his debut in OVW to his debut on the WWE shows as well, to his transformation into the Viper, the Legend Killer, his feuds over the years. I had to pick this one up. One of the greatest to ever lace his boots and step foot in a WWE ring, and I cannot wait to check this one out. So yeah, this is Randy Orton, RKO, Out of Nowhere. And that is it for today's video. 15 pickups from the WWE Home video sale. I just want to give a shout out to my friend Simon, who inspired me to pick up these Blu-rays. I will leave a link to his channel and Instagram down below, so go check him out. What a guy. His passion for wrestling just seeps from the screen, and it inspired me so much to pick up these, because once they're gone, guys, these are gone, and you will be paying much higher prices. So I'm very happy that I've picked up all the WrestleManias on Blu-ray. I think I'm missing one. I think I'm missing WrestleMania 24, so I'm going to have to try and track that one down, maybe on eBay. But yeah, so shout out to Simon. Go show him some love. Thank you for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. All my links can be found down below in today's description. I am on Instagram, I'm on Letterboxd, and of course here on the channel. So please do subscribe and go check out my socials. Have a great WrestleMania weekend. WrestleMania 40 is just hours away, guys. Or if you're watching this after, yeah, let me know what match you liked. But WrestleMania 40, it's going to be a big one. Enjoy it, guys, and I'll see you all in another video very soon.